Ripple has a brand new product that is going to be monumental for XRP going forward. In this video, I want to break down exactly what that new product is and why it is such a big deal for XRP. Guys, this product is already growing way faster than I ever imagined. And on top of that, the customer list for this product is absolutely outstanding. In this video, I want to break down exactly what is going on here and why it's so important moving forward. Like always, your support means so much to this channel. Thank you to everyone who takes the time to like these videos and subscribe to the channel. These two simple things really do help me out so much. Also, if you ever need a good place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out my favorite exchange uphold down in the description of this video. With that said, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. So guys, I want to start this video off with just a quick detour because I think this is really important. We are watching right now the SEC turning on itself, the likes we have never seen before. I want to play this for you real quick before we get into this new product by Ripple, because obviously it's things like this that get us much closer to regulatory clarity. One of the big things holding back this entire industry and really slowing down Ripple's growth, and when I say slowing down Ripple's growth, that's going to be insane when we actually talk about how fast this new Ripple product is growing. But one of the things really slowing down this entire industry is the regulatory uncertainty. But the more we can have regulators actually coming out and saying, hey, this is our fault, we are doing a bad job, the more obvious it's going to be to not only players in the industry who want to adopt these new technologies now saying, hey, this is not really a cryptocurrency problem, this is a regulatory problem, but also other smart and good faith regulators in other parts of the government to understand that, hey, right now, we are failing as a nation to provide clear guidelines for this new asset class. This isn't necessarily cryptocurrency companies not wanting to follow the rules. We actually have different regulators admitting that this is their fault, and therefore it's going to cause a lot of people who maybe had a bad taste in their mouth in regards to the cryptocurrency industry to rethink a lot of those opinions. I want to play you this because it was absolutely outstanding. This happened earlier today on Fox Business. What it is an SEC commissioner literally admitting we are destroying the cryptocurrency industry right now, and it's our fault. Listen up to this.
Well, it's great to be here.
What is the SEC doing regarding crypto?
Well, I think our policies and our approach for the last several years have been just really a disaster for the whole industry. We have been setting this policy through enforcement. We've done nothing to provide guidance on it. And as a result, this is being shaped by the courts. And different courts have ruled different ways. I think what this Wells notice is, and while I won't comment on the specifics of this litigation, the Wells, what has gone on is part of a broader frustration with the fact that we have not provided interpretive guidance as to what you can and cannot do. And if you are involved in some sort of securities offering, how you register, how you get regulated as a broker-dealer, how you get registered as an exchange. Well, it's great to be here.
What is the...
So guys, I thought that was really interesting. We literally have an SEC commissioner say that what the SEC has done to this industry is literally a disaster. Now, it really doesn't get more damning than this. It's a complete indictment on the agency. And this is not me saying that, right? This is literally an SEC commissioner coming out and saying that the SEC right now is a disaster in terms of regulating the cryptocurrency market. Like I said, the more and more different parts of our government starts to see this, they're going to realize that a lot of the things we are hearing from the SEC and people like Gary Gensler, well, it's really them using regulation by enforcement and lack of clarity to try to stifle and hold back the industry for their own independent motives. Either way, really good to see. I want to move on to the big news here, though, because this is absolutely fascinating. It's Ripple's new product that apparently is growing gangbusters right now, and that is Ripple's custody solution meant for banks. Now, guys, I remember when Ripple first bought Mickle, I called it a home run of an acquisition. And the reason why I called it a home run of an acquisition was because Mickle was already providing digital asset custody for some really big players. People like HSBC, people like BBVA, people like DBS, some of the largest banks in the entire world who are getting started in the cryptocurrency industry. Ripple acquired Mickle, and therefore these massive banks are now Ripple customers. Now, one of the big questions was are these banks going to continue to work with Ripple moving forward? Will Ripple continue to be able to grow this product? Well, what we just learned is that this product is actually growing 250% year over year. So this product is growing rapidly. They are working with some of the biggest banks out there, and this has to do with it all kinds of different things. Tokenization of real world assets, fiat, gold, oil, real estate, all by leveraging decentralized exchanges integrated to the XRP ledger. Now, what's so exciting about this is what this configuration actually does, and this is the most important key, is provide seamless integration to the XRP ledger, anti-money laundering and compliance, and user-friendly interfaces so that these big institutions can step into the cryptocurrency industry and, most importantly, have direct access to the XRP ledger. This is one of the things that I talked about in detail when Ripple first bought Medico. But at that time, right, it was just my speculation. It was just my, hey, I hope this works out like this. We don't ultimately know what the other side of this is going to look like. But what I predicted back then is playing out perfectly. What Ripple was able to do is buy their way into the back end of a lot of these major institutions. Once you hold custody, you essentially hold the base layer of all of these institutions' activities. So what Ripple is now doing is providing a UI, a custody solution for these large institutions to interact with. Once they start interacting with the base functionality of just holding cryptocurrency, they are going to want more. What else are they going to want? Well, maybe they want instantaneous payments. Ripple can directly link their ODL product to the custody solution. Maybe they want to be able to earn yield on the assets. Ripple can directly link institutional DeFi to the custody solution. Maybe these banks are going to need things like DID. Ripple is working on that amendment for the XRP ledger. Maybe these institutions want to issue their own currency. That was directly listed as one of the things they will do in this custody solution. Ripple can issue that new currency on the XRP ledger and add features that are going to allow that institution to actually use that currency. Features like clawbacks, features like decentralized identity. These are things almost no other blockchain is working on right now that puts the XRP ledger miles ahead when it comes to actually using these things for real world utility. What we are seeing right now is Ripple is getting into the institution's back end and integrating their products and services with the way they hold the underlying cryptocurrency technology. And the next part of the equation is what happens when they're ready for more? What happens when all these cryptocurrencies they're holding now want to be used for something? What happens when all these different cryptocurrency assets they have on their back end need to be used for their full-on functionality? What Ripple is going to have is direct access to the XRP ledger. So Ripple is going to build seamless bridges for all these tokenized assets to come over to the XRP ledger. This is the holy grail of Ripple working on these custody solutions on the back end. And once again, it was the same strategy we saw with RippleNet. What Ripple does is create some product that these institutions absolutely need. At the time before, it was messaging. It was sending messages cross borders to ultimately facilitate a payment. What Ripple did on the other side of that was create another product that creates instantaneous payments using XRP. Most of the big institutions weren't ready to use XRP. But Ripple's product was so great on the messaging side, they said, well, if they did a great job with this, I can't wait to try out a version that does the payment instantaneously and settles it using XRP. Ripple is doing the same exact thing with the custody solution. They're saying, hey, we'll hold all your assets for you, and you don't have to do anything else with them. But on the other side of this, we understand you are going to want a lot more functionality. We understand you are going to want to be able to move these things around. We understand you are going to want to be able to earn yield on these assets. We understand you're going to want these assets to have access to DeFi. And what Ripple is doing is positioning the XRP ledger to be the thing that ultimately pulls all these assets into the new age financial system. Ripple's custody solution is just the way to get these institutions to dip their toe in. But what Ripple now has the capability of doing is creating bridges to the XRP ledger to encourage these institutions to bring their assets to that specific blockchain. This is what is so important about the setup Ripple is building right now. They are growing this product exponentially, 250% year over year, and have already landed some of the biggest banks out there. We know where this industry is headed. These banks are not just going to stop at holding the cryptocurrencies. What is being built here is so much bigger. It is an institutional DeFi environment for the largest institutions out there. This right now, in my opinion, is coming to the XRP ledger. It is fast and efficient. Whether other chains get a bite of it, obviously they will get some. But the fact of the matter is Ripple is doing more than anyone else to, one, work with these institutions and provide them solutions for them to digest these new technologies in an easy to understand way. But more importantly, integrating their products and services to the base layer so that when they are ready to step in, the easiest and most obvious choice to do so is using the XRP ledger. Guys, this product was a home run by Ripple. I said it as soon as they bought Medico, this was going to be a really big deal. And now we are seeing that this is actually playing out in real time right in front of us. Ripple has the largest banks onboarded. Those large banks obviously have trillions of assets. Those trillions of assets are going to be tokenized, and now they have direct access to the XRP ledger. Guys, this is super exciting. It's the start of institutional DeFi, and what we're watching is Ripple is putting the entire industry in a checkmate by gaining custody and ultimately linking that custody to the public blockchain, being the XRP ledger. Guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this update, and for now, Mickle out.